welcome to my channel, Southern Cooking with Val. So today I'm about to show you how to make this bomb.com peach cobbler. It's super simple, super easy, and so freaking delicious. So let's go ahead and get into the ingredients and get this thing started. Some peaches. I got canned peaches. You can get frozen or fresh if you fancy or not. But peaches gotta be in season, and peaches is kind of high. So canned peaches for me, sugar, flour, self-rising flour. If you use all-purpose flour, then you gotta use baking powder, baking soda, all of that. Blah, ain't got time. And some milk and a stick of butter. This is actually margarine, but you know, it is what it is. So we're gonna put this butter in here, this whole stick. We're gonna let it melt in the oven, and then I'm gonna use a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, a cup of milk, mix all that together, and then we're gonna put the peaches in there. But for right now, I'm about to put the butter in the oven. Well, the oven is actually preheating, so once it hit 375, then we'll put this butter in there and let that melt. So while we're waiting on that, I guess I'll go ahead and measure out a cup of the flour, a cup of the sugar, get that mixed together good, because you're supposed to do your dries together, then do your wet. And I'm probably going to add a little sugar to this can because I got the one in 100% juice. So I'm going to add a little bit in there to get that a little sweeter too. You know what it is? But if you don't like your stuff sweet like that, don't add it. Just use the regular sugar that's going to go in the actual batter. So here goes the cup of flour. We're going to go ahead and dump that right in there. And then in the same cup, we're going to go ahead and add a cup of sugar. Right in the same measuring cup. Because it's all going in the same bowl anyway. So you might as well. For the flour, so we're just adding in the cup of sugar as well. And like I said, I opened up those peaches. And since it's not in, what's it called? The heavy syrup. I'm just going to add a little bit of sugar to this. I ain't measuring. I'm just doing what I feel like is enough. But I'm going to actually get me a spoon from over here and just, put that in there like that a little. Like I said, if you don't want yours to be that sweet, you ain't got to do this. But I want that extra of sweetness. So that's what I'm going to do. And before I add the milk to this, I'm going to go ahead and get my whisk over here. Right? And we're going to make sure that this is blended in good. Hopefully I ain't giving you no headache the way I was moving that camera. But we're going to make sure this is blended in good. I can't do it with one hand, so yeah, let me do that real quick. My oven is preheated, and we're just going to add this in there, the stick of butter or margarine, because that's what I got right now, margarine. We're going to stick it in the oven and let it all get melted. And then, after we do that, then we are going to go ahead and add a cup of milk to this mixture. You can use whatever milk you got. I have low-fat milk because I just like drinking low-fat milk. I also drink 2%, but, whatever one. I don't like whole milk, but if you drink whole milk, you can add that. Whatever milk you drink, that's what you can add to this. You just need a cup to add to the batter. It don't have to be like one specific kind. And then after you add it, you just want to mix it together really well until you get the consistency of like a pancake batter mix. So I'm going to do this right quick. Okay, so you see like the consistency. It's kind of watery. It's not super thick. It has a few little clumps in it, but that's all good. It should just be smooth though. Like if I put my spoon back in it. Like kind of watery. I said pancake batter, but this would be kind of loose. If I was actually making pancakes, it would be a little thicker. But I think it just depends on preference or whatever. But yeah, actually, I think I was supposed to wait to mix the milk until after the butter had melted in the other thing. But oh well, I already did it now, so it is what it is. We're just going to wait for the butter to melt, and then we'll put it in there. Waiting for the butter to melt, I like to clean up. I like to clean as I go, so I will be washing this. I already, shame on me, had a pot in a cup in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash those too. I'm also go ahead and fill up my sugar because it's kind of low. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And yeah, after I do that, then the butter should be melted by then. Like, dishes are washed, kitchen is clean. That makes me happy. So back to this. Let me turn on the light so you can see it a little better. So you see the butter has melted. It's bubbling. It's all good. Don't let your butter burn because you don't want your thing to be burnt. So then you just going to pour your batter in there. Just get that batter in there real good. Just get it in there good, 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 good. And I'm probably going to scrape the rest off with the spoon. The batter is in there good. I know that look like a lot of butter, but you know, butter. Like De'Ara and Ken say, butter make it taste better. Try to get them around. Woo! Don't just get it all in one spot. Ew. This is juicy juice. Ooh. Try not to make a mess like me. I'm making a mess. But yeah, just get it in there good. So I just moved it around to make sure all of the peaches was in there. I probably might have had too many peaches because I got the big can. But I mean, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna put that in the oven for like 30 to 35 minutes, depending on how your oven cooks. And because this is so full, I'm going to put another baking sheet under it, so when it drips, it'll catch it. Unlike whatever I did before, because I can't stand that. So I'm gonna have to clean that later, but that's because of cooking something that it dripped down or whatever. So yeah, that's what you do next. Is when you put this in the oven, because my crazy butt just tried to pick this up and my fingers is burning because what was I thinking? It's hot because you put it in the oven to melt your butter. Crazy. Wash your bowl and spoon so you can have a nice clean kitchen or whatever and just relax for 30 minutes. The peach cobbler is done, and I must say this joint looks bomb. It does look like it's extra breading, like it's a little extra breading. You can see more of like, ooh, all of the goodness down there. I could have probably cooked it a little longer to maybe let it be a little crunchier, but to me, this is perfect. I like the breading more than I like the peaches anyway. So, you know, maybe if this is too much breading, maybe you can cut back on some of the flour, or you could just add more, what you call it? It's peaches. But I think this is going to be the bomb. Supposed to show this before I start eating it, but this joint is bomb. It's good, especially the little crunchy ends, and then it's all good and nice and gooey in the inside. It's just delish. You must try. It was super easy, pretty quick. I mean, it's not that, it doesn't take that long. About 35-40 minutes in the oven. Prep time is like nothing. What, 10 minutes to do everything? So a total, I would say about what, between 45 to 55 minutes, but it's worth it. I would say, though, let it sit after it's done. Don't just dig into it, because that's what I did at first, and I was like, ooh, it need to sit a little. But it's delicious.